Hello there everyone and welcome, it is Kieran here, and today it is time for yet another video here on this channel, and today I'm bringing you another 10 players that are guaranteed to be Wonderkids on FIFA 18 career mode. You guys really liked the first episode of this and told me to make it into a series, so that is what I'm going to be doing. The reception on that was really good, so thank you very much. Just to clear things up, obviously I know the ratings haven't been predicted or haven't been released for FIFA 18, but the basis is that these players have done so well in real life that they're bound to be Wonderkids on the next FIFA. So that's going to be the case again today. You're going to be seeing 10 players that are bound to be good and bound to have a high potential on FIFA 18 based on either their potential and rating on FIFA 17 or their performances in real life this season. If you go on to enjoy the video, then make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Well, the first player is one that was highly suggested, in fact I think the most suggested in the comment section of episode number 1. It is Havertz of Bayer Leverkusen, the man who couldn't make his Champions League debut or couldn't play in the Champions League because he was sitting exams in his German school. It's ridiculous. The kid has burst onto the scene for Bayer in the German league and also on a European stage as well, playing a multitude of games for the German Bundesliga side despite only being 17 years of age. Can play as a right midfielder, central midfielder and in the centre forward / number 10 role. 4-star skill moves as well as decent pace, agility, dribbling, ball control and short passing. Expect him to have a potential around about 87 or 88 for the next FIFA. After that is someone again that you may well know if you're up to date with your career mode stars of this season. It is Matthijs de Ligt, who has continued to do a very good job for Ajax, playing a multitude of games. Again, Ajax is a very young squad this season, realistically, and when they played in the Europa League final, the likes of this kid were playing and reducing the average age of the squad massively. The 16-year-old from the Netherlands got 4-star weak foot, as well as very decent defensive stats and 78 shot power, interestingly, as well as good strength and jumping too. After that is Moise Kean from Juventus, the Italian striker, but I assume he's got he must have like North African heritage, because Moise I think is an Arabic name. Anyway, that's beyond the point. 62 overall this year, 16 years of age, but has done a very good job actually in sort of impressing the bigger sides. I know Arsenal and Chelsea were after him. I don't mean that they're bigger than Juventus, but in terms of being a youth academy player and having interest from Arsenal and Chelsea, that means that he's very talented, it is fair to say. I would have thought he'll get quite a big upgrade. I think he played for the Italian under-19s as well in their tournament this season. It might be the under-18s, can't remember, but he played in some sort of youth tournament and did a very good job there, so watch out for him. Sticking with Italy, we've got Lorenzo Pellegrini, someone who's very much known in the Italian league, maybe not so much around Europe, if I'm honest. Unless you watch Serie A, you probably don't know much about Lorenzo Pellegrini. But the Sassuolo midfielder, or the ex-Sassuolo midfielder, will not be available in season number 1, because he's just signed for Roma, I do believe. Pretty all-rounder midfielder, if I'm honest, with the best attribute of 82 in his short passing. 20 years of age, weak foot and skill moves lets him down, but hopefully for you guys that are fans of that will be improved on FIFA 18, but expect him to have a potential of around about 86. Here's your bait player of the episode. Last time it was Gabriel Jesus, this time it is Kylian Mbappé of Monaco. I had to include him because ultimately he is going to be a wonder kid in FIFA 18, but the reality is you guys know a lot about this kid already. Scored loads of, I think he scored 15 goals in Ligue 1 this season in the French league. Scored in the Champions League, looked very good in the Champions League along with the likes of Thomas Lemar and Bernardo Silva in that front three for Monaco, and doing well with Radamel Falcao as well. Kylian Mbappé is going to have like 91 or 92 potential, let's be honest. An absolute one, the epitome of a wonder kid. Going slightly more down under the radar again, we've got Kehrer from Schalke, who's played, I think it's like 20 games this season or something. I might be wrong on that one, but Transfer Market suggests that he's played 20 games for Schalke this season. He's performed pretty well. I think he was like the 3rd best youngster in the Bundesliga this season, so he has impressed. 19 years of age, 5-star weak foot, interestingly, can play as a centre-back or a right-back, so being able to play centrally in defence and as a full-back is a very good attribute to have. I think his potential is around about 83 or 84 now, so hopefully that gets boosted to around about 85 or 86. Next up though is Santiago Ascaquibar from Estudiantes in the Argentinian league. The 72 rated central defensive midfielder has got 92 jumping, 92 stamina, 87 balance, 83 interceptions, 80 slide tackling. He's got some good attributes, and he also got a team of the season this year in the Argentinian tots for FIFA 17, so EA have clearly noticed that he's been playing very well, so expect an upgrade and potentially a gold card on Ultimate Team, and maybe a potential of around about 85 or 86 for FIFA 18. Going back to the Dutch league, and specifically Ajax once again, it's Matthijs de Ligt's teammate Justin Kluivert. Of course, we all know he's the son of a very famous footballer, and seemingly he's got very good potential as well, very talented youngster, as you would expect for the son of a player such as his dad. 70 rated, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, can play on both wings from the Netherlands, very pacey, good dribbling, agility and balance as well. Expect his potential to be around about 86, 87, like a lot of the players in this video. Already got good potential, sorry, on FIFA 17, and I can't see that changing based on his performances and of course scoring his first goals in the Eredivisie. Next up is the penultimate player in the video, and it is another one that was suggested massively in the comment section, interestingly enough, so there's clearly a lot of Scottish fans watching this series at the moment. It is Kieran Tierney of Celtic, relatively pacey, good defender, playing of course in the SPL. He's just a very solid player, 19 years of age. I think his potential is likely to be around about 85, but a very good pickup because it's quite hard to get fullbacks these days, and Kieran Tierney will certainly be a very high potential one, so watch out for him. But the final player in this list, like Lautaro Martinez from the last episode, is someone from the Argentinian league that I'd never heard of before very recently, and I've never seen him play. But Ezequiel Barco has 88 potential currently on FIFA 17. The 17-year-old can play as a left midfielder or a central midfielder with 3-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, very good pace, agility, balance, ball control, dribbling and short passing, as well as 71 penalties. I mean, an Argentinian winger that is this young with this higher potential, I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my god, it's the next Lionel Messi. He plays for Independiente, I think. Oh, I can't remember how to pronounce their name, but something along the lines of that in the Argentinian league. And yeah, sort of out of nowhere, just has a really good potential. He must be a very, very talented player, and I'm sure if he is that good in real life, a lot of European sides, maybe Portuguese or Spanish sides, will be looking at him, and he will already be on their radar. Nevertheless, that is the final player in this video. I've shown you all 10 players that are bound to be Wonderkids on FIFA 18. I do apologise if you've noticed that my voice is a little bit off, it's a little bit sort of rough, I suppose. I was at the British Grand Prix, and unfortunately on Tuesday and Wednesday I couldn't physically record because I had no voice. Thankfully it's Thursday as I'm recording this and I actually have a voice again, but it is a little bit sort of raspy, so I apologise if it wasn't that great in terms of the commentary. But just to finish up, here are the top 3 players that I would suggest looking out for that maybe you didn't expect to going into the next game. Obviously, like Kylian Mbappé, you know they're going to be good, but these guys really the ones that maybe didn't have the greatest potential this year, but certainly will on the next game. First of which is going to be Kehrer, the Schalke defender that we saw a moment ago. Played 16 games, I think it was, this season in the Bundesliga, and scored his first goal in April, I think, against their sworn enemies, Borussia Dortmund. So a pretty decent way to get your first goal. I expect him to have a pretty decent potential because he performed very well in that Schalke defence, and of course sort of broke onto the scene, has a decent potential now, so expect him to do a bit. On top of that one is Moise Kean of Juventus, just a very, very highly rated Italian youngster over in the Serie A, and amongst scouts he is a very talented player, and he's done well in youth tournaments as well, so definitely watch out for him. His performances would suggest that he'll get quite a big increase in sort of potential going into the next game. And finally, Santiago Ascaquibar of Estudiantes in the Argentinian league is someone else definitely to watch out for. I always say this with players that got Team of the Season cards at the end of FIFA. It means that EA have actually noticed how well they are playing, and to do that at the age of 20 in the Argentinian league suggests that he's going to be a very good player in the future. Should have a very good potential on the next game, so definitely watch out for him. If he's playing in a league like that, you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper. I'm not entirely sure if he's already signed for another team, so don't sort of quote me on that one. He might have already signed for a Spanish team. His name does seem familiar in terms of the gossip columns. But regardless of that, I hope you've enjoyed the second episode of confirmed FIFA 18 Wonderkids here on the channel. If you have enjoyed it, then make sure to slap a like on the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much, and leave your suggestions for players to feature in the third episode of the series down in the comment section below. I'll go through them, check out whether they're going to be the next rising star. I'm sure they will. You guys seem to know your stuff, and they will probably feature in the next few episodes. But it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Come to the babe looking like gold medalist with Kurt Angle boots on. And I don't wear the boot on, but they got normal shoes on. Get a like yo with the shoe from. Get them to the yo Uncle Jar. I ain't got a flex on no one. I'm the original Don. Come to the babe looking like gold medalist with Kurt Angle boots on. And I don't wear